Otis.
I don't know if I can pick a favorite now, but I feel like every parent has a favorite. They won't say it out loud, but you hear it within comments. Yeah, and my other son's a doctor.
Bernie.
I don't know. I mean, I only have one kid, so I can't speak to that. But.
I've got 3, and yeah. Now I love them all the same, but my daughter gets a little bit. She's like got a little notch ahead.
We're gonna show
just because she's my little girl.
You actually gave voice to that. You actually picked a side. It's on the record. I can't believe you did that.
You don't have boys to know the difference. But
I
I'm
can't.
Just saying.
I would if I did. I wouldn't have given voice to it.
This is Weird with Otis and Bernie.
Another week. I'm surprised I'm alive at this moment in time.
Why?
It's been a rough week, and I will say, having listened back to that little clip from last week, Stella has stepped down a few notches as the favorite.
Oh, okay, so we're demoting people. We're actively yeah. So yeah.
This is Weird. It's a podcast. Comes out every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. You can follow us on all the socials at This Weird Pod, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all the things. But yeah, it's been it's
been a week.
Like, it's one of those weeks as a parent that like you are shocked you made it all the way through when Friday comes around because of how like full of unexpected moments and things that happened all week long. So I was already dragging early in the week, and we discussed that on the last podcast because we went to a concert over the weekend, and it was Monday. The weekend was just like it was so fast and like a flash in the pan that you didn't get any rest. You know, we were just starting the week tired. Well, come Monday night, I worked all day on Monday because I had some stuff I was behind on that I didn't have the chance to work on the weekend. So I'm working on it till like 11 p.m. after I got off my full day of work, doing some VO stuff and this and that. Well, I'm like, I am exhausted. I'm ready for the pillow. I'm done. I don't want anything else to happen in my life right now other than sleep.
Yeah.
And you think I'm going to say this as a joke, but it was literally the moment my head hit the pillow that the dog throws up in the bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, that noise that you don't want to hear.
That'll get you out of any. They should make alarm clocks out of that noise because that noise will get you up. When the dog's stomach is just churning, it's just.
That's the worst noise ever.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I've been there when I was in a dead sleep. That's the worst time to hear the noise.
Yeah.
This was just I was completely exhausted and ready to sleep, and I'm like, all right, here we go with this. So I rush him out to the backyard to try to like puke out there, but that didn't make. He didn't make it.
No, then you just get puked down the hallway, and
yeah. It didn't stop there. As I'm cleaning up Charlie's puke from the living room floor, Stella had come down from her room and was not feeling well. That's my daughter. She comes down and starts throwing up everywhere as well.
Sure. Why not?
I am exhausted.
The more the merrier.
The dog's throwing up.
Anybody else want to come down here and vomit on the floor? I'm taking all comers.
So it wasn't so bad in our bedroom. So I'm like, okay, I think we got this under control. Let's get her a bucket. Let's get her to the toilet. There was a little bit of a mess. Got that cleaned up. And come to find out, she had already thrown up twice in her room berries, like blueberries, on the carpet. In her closet and near next to her bed, because when she gets sick or doesn't feel well, she kind of tries to hide it. Like she just has this thing where she goes to hide.
As do I.
So I find out that there is blueberries smashed in the carpet upstairs, vomit smelling. The dog. I just cleaned up all the dog vomit. Now I'm cleaning up carpet vomit until about 12:30. Dead exhausted, completely over life at the moment.
That's it.
And we get it situated. She's got a bucket next to her. We're like, okay, it's gonna be a long night. Hopefully that's the only time we've got it out. Maybe it's something she ate. Let's pray. So finally we both fall asleep. Not an hour and a half later,
Is this the dog or your daughter?
The dog just once. The dog was a one and done.
The dog just once. The
Thank
dog's
God.
done.
But my daughter, it happened about 4 times all night long.
Oh, man. Poor thing.
We had like an hour sleep here, 30-minute sleep here, cleaning up puke. Then I had to work another day the next day.
That's no good.
From
I have
home
a dog.
because my wife works too, so she went to work because she can't do it from home as easily. So I had to do my show from home in this wonderful studio, state-of-the-art studio that I built in my
state-of-the-art.
closet.
You can tell.
And I'm struggling all day. It was bad. That was just one of days of the week. There's more, but go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it's just I have a dog that's a nervous pooper, and when he gets, I can't. It's been a long time. Like he's done this for a long time. He whenever things get dramatic in the house, maybe the kid's upset about something. I don't know. There's an argument. I don't know. Whenever things get dramatic, something about him seizes up and makes him nervous poop. Now, it doesn't arrive immediately, but what you can count on is overnight. It always is overnight. We can't nervous poop when it's convenient for everybody else.
No, 3 a.m. That's what it's happening.
No. It's about once every 90 minutes. He stands up. I gotta go poop.
Shuffling. He's doing the circle.
Shuffling around. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I gotta go outside. And then he goes outside to nervous poop. And what happens is you take him outside, and he gets in a squat, right? And you just hear, like it's just this mucusy.
That's the worst noise. Stop it!
Just like this is a mucusy thing that comes out, and he's like, "Oh, I feel better." And then we go upstairs, and 90 minutes later, we do it all over again.
Same thing.
He gets the nervous poops, and I can't figure out why. I don't know if I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He processes stress that way, and he's a stressed out dog.
Oh my God, that's
nervous
terrible.
Poops. Hashtag nervous poops. Make that trend.
Thankfully, Stella was done puking by the morning. Throughout the Tuesday, she was fine. Everything was fine. Belly was fine. Like, oh, we're out of this. Thankfully, hopefully. And the other nervous thing you get is, let's hope this doesn't spread across the home. Not everybody is puking.
Everybody's just throwing up, and
we thought we were out of the woods all day. Tuesday was fine. We had baseball. I'm still just completely worn out and just need a night of sleep. And come 11:30, I've got a TV show on. I'm like, I'm getting a good night to sleep tonight so I can be refreshed. I still have a long week ahead of me. Come 11:30 midnight, Kiki, my youngest, comes rolling down. My belly don't feel good.
That's it.
Pukes all over the floor.
It's nervous poops out. I thought you were going to say nervous poops out in the yard.
I looked at Brett. I said, again? We're going to do this again. My mind is going to explode if I don't sleep. I'm an just to preface, when I don't sleep, when I am just dead, tired, need sleep in my life, or I'm super hungry. Both moments, I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Yeah. I cannot stand it. You wake me up
say that
out of
you
a dead
are
sleep.
Some would say that you are without. Some would say that I met Otis once. He had a full tummy and a full night of sleep. Still an asshole.
I will say it out loud. I'm a terrible human being when I am in the middle of a sleep and you wake me up, when I'm dead, like just to the point where I feel like I'm dying of starvation. I'm a terrible human being. So
don't be so hard on yourself, Bunkin. You're fine.
We did a second night, thankfully not as often, with Kiki throwing up. And then the following day, I had another long day and a concert to go to after that. And finally by Friday, there was like beautiful sunshine. I was like, I think we made it. Oh, we're out of the hole. And then I got news that my friend passed away. So it ended terrible at the end of the week. So it's been that week. It's been that week.
It's not ideal for comedy to end it there, but
I'm just saying, like, everybody's got those weeks sometimes where it just feels like everything continues to pile on. There's that cliche phrase, like, when it rains, it pours. But it's
true.
so damn true. When it happens,
true.
nothing stops the pouring. And you're just like, we've got to get to the end of this because I can't take anymore. That's where I was at by Friday.
When I have a dog throw up story. Would you like a dog throw up story?
Can we go back to that?
I have a dog throw up story. So the same dog that's a nervous pooper, also his stomach, he just has stomach things. And it was the very first Christmas with my daughter. And it was Christmas Eve night.
Okay.
And I had this little baby, and it was our very first Christmas. And we're looking forward to going to bed and getting up the next morning and opening presents for the very, very, very first time. And the grandparents were there for this. And I want to establish, we want to read the night before Christmas, on the night before Christmas. We want to read it on Christmas Eve and have a thing. And so
it feels odd if you read it the night after Christmas. It's just not the same.
It does. Well, it's the only story I hold out. You're not allowed to read that story at all for the rest of the year. We hold this one. I get this one thing.
Is this the tradition?
So we're going to do the
you
night
still
before
do this
Christmas.
tradition?
Yes, we still read it every Christmas Eve, and I still hold it from her.
Nice.
She's not allowed to read it any other time.
Nice.
And it was. I put her on my lap, and I read theatrically. I read big and dramatically and bold, and I read the night before Christmas. And this little baby didn't understand what I was saying because she's a little baby. She doesn't understand things.
Pause right there because I'm with you on that. Whenever I read books, I'm all in. Like it is a masterful art piece.
Oh, I'm doing
the way
voices,
I read it.
it's the whole thing.
My
Yeah,
wife makes
yeah.
fun of me. Yeah, I do the voices. I love it.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
with
do. So I read "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" dramatically. It's time for bed. She's going to go to bed. Santa Claus is going to come. But at the very end of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," the dog walks over and throws up in front of us. No, it wasn't that. It was big and bold. And the hope that St. Nicholas soon will be like it was. That was.
You didn't even get a couple of the warning. Like
no, it was substantial, substantial. When the dog, and so the dog has put his stamp on the very first Christmas with my daughter and the family, and that's what he just threw up all over the carpet.
Yeah, I feel like that should be the tradition. Like at the end of the story,
tradition
there's always the climax.
We give him an upset stomach and watch him throw up. La 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 la.
My dog, I've had more nights with my dog, like I described with Stella, than I've had with my kids, where you're up every hour and a half, like you said, because our dog loves socks, and we are just crazy, like making sure socks aren't anywhere in his vicinity because he eats them like they're cookies. Yeah. And then once that happens, he can't get it out of his system. So every hour and a half, we're pacing. I hear ding-a-ling-ding, all around my room. There's a chain. And then I'm like, I got to take him out again every hour and a half. I got to wake up. And I'm a terrible human being. At 2 a.m, when you wake me up, I don't care if you're a dog, a human being. I'm a horrible person. Yeah. And so we don't do well on those nights. But that's funny though.
Coming up here in just a few minutes, here's a conversation you might not want to have with your wife upon wanting to have a baby together. I'm going to throw that suggestion out. You might not want to have this conversation up front. It might go badly. We'll do that next.
Okay.
Welcome back. This is Weird. We dropped the podcast on Wednesday. The video is on Thursday on Twitch and Facebook Live and YouTube. You can check that out. And, of course, visit the website at thisisweirdpod.com. It's up. And a suggestion from Reddit. The Internet helps things.
If you pay attention on the Internet, you can learn some things.
You can learn a lot of
by
things
others'
about
mistakes.
how and how not to conduct yourself in certain situations. There's a conversation on Reddit. Somebody has revealed that here's a person, I don't know if it's a man or woman writing, she's 34, he's 37, and they have been struggling to conceive.
Yeah, it's a problem for a lot of couples.
It's very frustrating.
This is weird.
It's very expensive if you want to do the IVF treatment, right? The IVF in vitro fertilization stuff.
I'm the opposite end of that. I shut the factory down because I had 3, and I'm like, nope, no more. Zero.
You don't
Just
have
cut
to
the
go
whole
home,
thing
but you
off. I
can't
don't
stay
need that
here.
anymore.
So a couple, the woman they on Reddit, they have posted the story of this couple, 34 and 37, struggling to conceive, and they've decided that they're going to conceive via a surrogate, and the woman's sister is going to carry their baby.
All right,
which I think is awesome.
Same DNA, it's keep it in the family. I think that's another commonality. If you have somebody in your family that's willing to do it, I don't see any problem.
Her younger sister is 30, going to carry the baby via surrogate, and that's when the husband started to look at the details and the cost of what it would take.
This is where every husband goes.
Woman,
like, all right, so what's this going to cost us?
What's this going to cost? Thousands and thousands of dollars this thing is going to cost.
It's so expensive.
He brought this suggestion to the table, and that suggestion is, hey, why don't I do it manually? Why don't we save all this? I can save us some money and bang your sister.
If his friends were in the room when this conversation happened, I just imagine them across the room quietly going, no. Or, it's not.
Yeah, high five. Who's with me? Come on. Yeah.
And we're not saying manually as in he wants to use like a turkey baster.
No, he just wants to bang his wife's sister. No.
He's like, this is my moment. This is the time.
That's my moment.
It makes sense.
You had one opportunity, one shot for everything. Would you reach up and catch it, or would you let it slip?
How many times before this moment has he thought about banging her sister is the first question I have, because I guarantee this is not the first time.
What?
Yeah, babe. Hear me out here. Hear me out. Let's say we save some money, and me and your sister have some alone time. And we just do it that way.
Why don't we do that?
I want to know how it was presented. Like, he didn't just say, like, I could hook up with your sister and we can make this work, right? He had to ease into it in some way.
Oh, yeah, you got to ease into that. I mean, you can't just go right out. No, of course not.
There was no way I could bring myself to suggest, no. I used to joke with my wife, and it wasn't a very funny joke now that I think back on it.
I'm sure that it never worked.
At some point, I'm going to have to trade you in for the newer model, right?
No.
Her sister's 10 years younger.
It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible joke.
Terrible joke. She never thought it was funny. Not one time.
I think that my sister should carry the baby. Oh, yeah. So here's what I'm saying. Look, I'm just saying. I'm just going to put it out there.
One shot.
Well, look, I could.
What opportunity?
I could maybe do this. We could do it. We could do it cheaply. Is what I'm trying to say.
My palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms I'm heavy. I'm gonna call your sister and see if she's ready.
He's in the bathroom just shadow boxing, getting ready for it. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Yeah, come on. This is going to be great. I finally got away. Come on.
Okay. As much as we joke, what if she's like, yeah.
I mean,
why not?
Maybe.
It was a 50-50 chance.
I think I speak for everybody when I say, depends on how cool she is. That's what I'm saying. It just depends on how down to F you are.
There's a lot of factors that are going to come into play here. First off, the hardest being you're going to have to convince your wife that hooking up with her sister is a good thing. This is going to save us cash, lots of money, and we can put it towards the college fund. You know, think of it that way. Think of the college that our child could have. If I just hit your sister. You know. Secondly, Your sister's got to be down with it, right? Her sister has to be like in.
You have to somehow disavow at some point that you're raising your sister's child.
And then, okay, let's go further down the road and say it happens. She's going to bring it up every time you fight about something.
Yeah,
time you f***ed my sister. Do you remember that?
I bet you.
Every time the child pisses her off, he's like, "Yeah, remember the time you f***ed my sister and gave me this little asshole?" You're never going to hear the end of that.
I wonder if my sister left her plate in the sink that time you f***ed her.
Every time.
Every single time. Yeah, that's man, that might be a short-term win for a long-term loss on that.
There's occasions when like a text message from 10 years ago comes up in an argument that we have. Can you imagine that the moment she has the opportunity to tear you down for the time you suggest, even just suggesting, like he's not going to live this moment down.
No.
The fact that he suggested it, she's going to bring that up.
Or what? Like I'm trying to picture in my mind what the post suggestion reaction was.
Oh yeah.
So they're all sitting there. Him and his wife are sitting there like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. What if I sleep with your sister? Stop. Swivel head. And he just looks at her and he's just like, I mean, that's a thing we can. I mean, we can talk about it.
I feel like.
I mean, I'll tell you what. We'll put it on the table. We'll put it on the table.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
Put it out there.
Everything. We're talking everything.
I'm sliding the plate your way. You decide to eat the salad. You know what I'm saying? Just like you.
Like I would love to eat her salad, but what I'm saying, you eat that salad.
That's not. I mean, that's the thing. I'm just saying. I'm just suggesting.
Nope. No, I imagine when he got the instant look of absolute disgust by her, he was instantly like, "I'm kidding, totally
I'm joking,
kidding. Just
like that's
kidding."
I mean,
like,
I'm joshing.
Your sister's not even hot.
Never. Your sister's ugly. I would never.
She's obviously the hotter one in the sister.
Right, yeah, right.
Come on.
Ew.
I could never see myself naked with your sister. Not once. I have never imagined that in the shower when I'm
just gross.
Listen, I'm just saying.
It's just gross.
He's like,
I think you're beautiful. You are beautiful. You're so beautiful.
That was never going to end well. I say that, though, and then I just saw an article, too, and I don't have it with me, so I can't really quote it too much, but this guy decided on polygamy because somehow the woman he was dating talked him into marrying her other two triplets, they were triplets, to marrying her other two sisters. So now they're polygamists. They're polygamists. So he has 3 wives that all look the same because they're triplets. I don't have the article to quote it, but it was. I was like, what?
I don't know why you would want to marry someone more than one person. Think about the struggle you have with the one person you marry.
The one is enough,
and then multiply that by many people.
Well, if you've ever watched Sister Wives, you completely see how that goes down. Once you've got 4 women in the mix and. You can't make them all happy at all times because you don't have enough time in the day for that. It's never going to go well. I mean, hey, if you're a polygamist and it's working, I don't know how. I'm sure it has.
You should write a book.
Please.
How I made polygamy work. How I made polygamy work. Step
Maybe it's
1,
the same kind of conversation.
Get a job that takes you out of the city a lot. I got to go work.
My imagination of this couple now, like I feel like the future of this couple is they won't be having a baby anytime soon because he's going to be sleeping on the couch and then eventually on the divorce train after that suggestion.
Yeah.
Surrogate was enough.
By the way, you know what? Not only does he not get to sleep with the woman's sister, but now, like you say, in every single argument, now he doesn't reap any of the benefit of what he suggested. And in every argument, it will be brought up that he suggested it. That is sort of an all or nothing suggestion. Like you're kind of all in.
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
You say
You're showing
that,
all your cards.
Like you're just like, here is every card I have. Like here's every. Like this is all. We're swinging for the fences. It is the bottom of the ninth, and it will all end after this pitch. It's swing and a miss.
Okay. Now let's go the other route, and let's assume that she's kind of okay with it, and she's not fully okay with it. She's like, well, maybe you're right. Maybe it'll save us thousands, and it's just one time, right? Like
it's just the one time. It's just the one time because that can't mess up anything.
So that goes down, and then he comes home afterwards. Everybody knows it went down.
Well, yeah,
I think it's got to be a scheduled
thing. Well, you got to
thing.
spend 9 months. Yeah, you got to spend 9 months dealing with it.
And she's like, how was your time at my sister's? Dick.
Like on the one hand, you get this beautiful baby that you get to raise and you'll love for the rest of the baby's life, but on the other hand, it comes with this giant caveat. It comes with this giant piece of baggage.
And then he's like, "Oh, it was terrible. Your sister's not that good." There's nothing you say at the end of that's gonna suffice. So you couldn't put her down and be like, yeah, "It was terrible. I didn't enjoy it." And we might have to do it again because I accidentally came on her chest. But Jesus, man, we're going for it. It wasn't my fault. It just happened.
I was scared. I was frightened.
This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible.
I can't.
Dude,
upsetting.
You are an idiot.
It's been very upsetting.
Some things you keep in your own mind, sir. One of them is who your favorite child is. Another one is when you want to bang your wife's sister. You keep those things in your head.
It's not a good idea. You know who else I think would make a great surrogate?
You just start naming her friends.
My secretary.
Yeah, or her like good friends.
My coworker Janice would make a great surrogate.
Oh. Yeah.
The husband, by the way, let's see. The follow-up on the whole thing is then the husband started looking into the whole IVF thing, saw how much it would cost. It was suggested on the Reddit, by the way, that she divorce him.
Yes, that's what I said. The follow-up on the entire story is that Dateline is doing a special on Friday because they don't know where his body is. That's the end of that.
He's been killed.
Hear me out here. Hear me out.
Look, I'm just putting it out there, guys.
I don't want to bang your sister, but I will.
I know what you guys are saying.
I will.
I will.
If it's for us. It's for us, babe.
I can't.
Terrible.
I just can't. It's a terrible idea. You're all in if you suggest that.
Why didn't he? If I thought that in my mind for a second before I brought it to my wife, I would probably run it through a filter or two. For example, to my best friend, like you, Bernie. I would say, Bernie. So I got an idea, and I think it could save us money. I'm going to tell Britt that I want to bang her sister the natural way so that we could have the baby that we're trying to have. And you would say, absolutely fucking not.
God, no.
Do not do that. You're not sleeping at my house.
Stop talking until we can bring this up on the podcast.
He didn't even run it through a best friend filter.
Say nothing else. Say nothing else until we bring it up on the podcast. Shut up.
Hey, babe, you know how you love The Bachelor, right? You love when he's dating lots of women at the same time, and then they get to the fantasy suite and they hook up with several people.
And it's interesting. It's interesting. It's got a lot of drama.
What if you and your sister and me were in that kind of fantasy suite?
We're doing like a Bachelor cosplay thing.
I mean, you could watch. If you're like worried.
No, that would be weird. That'd be weird.
Like it wasn't weird enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, every suggestion makes it weirder and weirder. Like we'll record it.
Every holiday after this is weird.
See.
She's going to tell her sister that he said that, and then her sister's going to be like, "Jared, what?
Yeah,
no,
yeah, right.
Why would you even say that?" And then it's like, "Can you pass the gravy?" Because this is. Yeah, every holiday after that's not.
Looks like
right.
Aunt Mom is coming over for Thanksgiving.
This guy's a moron. Hey, we can't all be the brightest crayon in the box. But hey, good try, dude. Good try.
That's great.
All right, this is weird. We are back, and of course, we've got to always end with a funny video of the week, something that just shows off the stupidity in our world. Yeah, I can't even say the word. We call it VirIdiocy, and this one comes from.
It's not great. I don't love it.
It's a stupid name for a stupid video.
It's a stupid name.
This past Tuesday, for those of you that watch Wheel of Fortune, and most of us that don't. There was a video clip that is absolutely amazing to watch because of the fact that there are 3 different contestants looking at a puzzle that only has about 5 letters left. That is a super common phrase that I thought everybody in the world would be able to pick out immediately.
This is
There
weird.
you go. Matter of fact, one woman had 3 guesses at it and still was terribly off. Here it is.
Well, the phrase is another feather in your blank a blank. Like, here we go.
Okay.
An O.
2 O's.
2 O's. All right. Good call. Another feather in your...
Okay.
Another feather in your hat.
Close,
Well,
Janice.
That's very close.
Christopher.
She's going to get it next time. She's got to get it next time, right? There's no way you can mess that up twice.
G.
No G. Thomas.
Christopher.
I don't know what
you
he's
wouldn't
trying
have
to
guessed
spell. Another feather in your gap.
it, right?
What are you trying to spell?
Not at it. You can spin
guy's
the
just
wheel and try to solve
Nice
the puzzle.
mustache, dude.
I'll solve.
Okay.
Okay, all right. She's got to get
Another
it this time.
feather in your lap.
No!
That's not a thing
That's
that
not even a
exists.
thing.
That's not even a
puts a-
thing. That's
Who would put a
not
feather in
who
their
puts
lap?
a feather in their lap.
No.
No.
Well, the feather is moving around.
Even
By the
Pat's
way-
pissed off. Pat's like, are you
That's
serious?
pissed off. By the way, this show's been
900.
exactly the same for 35 years.
No.
D. When you're dap and your dad.
Another
What does he
feather
think?
in your
What is-
dad?
another fe-
What are you guys doing?
Another feather in your dad? No.
Another
come on,
feather in your
Christopher.
dap. That's not right, Christopher. Good Lord, how did you get here? Dap!
I
Is
think
it
the wheel
dap?
got- Laura, you have another opportunity. Here
Thomas
you can
is
spin the
terrible at
wheel.
this.
You can
We're gonna
Let's just give up.
when Laura takes over, it's the stupid gets a little higher.
try to
When
solve
Laura
the
All right,
takes
puzzle.
over.
Laura.
What do you want to do?
Laura, you've got
ahead
to
and
get
spin
it
if you
this
don't
time.
know.
I'm going to go ahead and spin.
Get buzzed down.
She don't know? She still doesn't know?
What are you doing, Laura?
Well, what letter would you like?
A P?
Yes,
on,
Laura.
Laura.
Yes, Laura. Yes, Laura. You've got this. It's right
Spin
there
or
for
solve?
you.
I will
3 letters.
solve.
Okay.
Another feather in your map.
God damn it, Laura.
Christopher, it's
Come
your
on,
turn.
Laura.
Is this Dora the Explorer?
What are you
There's no
doing?
feather in a map. What?
Oh, my goodness. The bankrupt got you. Thomas, you have no money. I don't know. You
That
going to
poor
spin?
guy.
You
Christopher deserves that.
All right. This guy, if he gets another lose your turn or
So
bankrupt,
what letter
Now, this guy's going to be on TV again when Dateline is on later.
would you like? A C.
That guy.
You're a C up
Jesus.
there anywhere. There you go.
What is that guy?
Oh,
Look at that guy.
I'll solve. Another feather in your cap.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
there we go.
Thank God.
oh,
Christopher.
jeez. I bet Laura felt so stupid.
She should
There
have.
was an article about the other contestant, not the one that solved it, the other male contestant. He said
The
that
one
he's
that
been
looks like he should be 500 yards from a school.
he said he's been publicly humiliated by this instance on public TV. This was a dream come true for him to get on the game show that he loves, and people will not stop blasting him on social media because of how dumb they looked on TV.
Well,
said
he
the
did
pressure's
guess
hard.
DAP. He did guess DAP.
You did.
Sometimes you,
did say
deserve
D.
that.
Did you think it was another?
feather in your nap. That's not a thing, Mike. Come on.
Laura had 3 chances at it, and this woman could not. She was so close the first time.
You know what they don't do on Wheel of Fortune anymore? They don't move the camera around so you can shop. Remember they did that when we were kids? Like, it was like a I'll take the stereo. That's $200. And they just move the camera around the room, right? Because they figured that was terrible television.
I'm pretty convinced that Pat and Vanna have both died about 15 years ago, and they're literally robotic. Like Chuck E. Cheese, they're probably just like those robotic
animatronics.
Yeah.
If they started showing if Pat Sajak died tonight, and they started showing and nobody knew, and they started showing repeats of Wheel of Fortune, would anybody pick up on it? Just like we've been running repeats of Wheel of Fortune for the last 5 years. Pat Sajak died in 2013. We know.
They've been in the news a lot lately, though, because some other contestants sued them for how close their answer was to the right answer. It was like they literally guessed it right, but for some reason it was like one different word.
Was it dap? Did he guess
the phrase
dap?
was wrong, actually, I think.
Another feather in your dap.
So they sued them for that. Yeah, now Laura, she's like, well, I was close. I said hat. I'm suing too. Another feather in your cap. Another feather in your... Okay, so I showed this to my wife, Britt. I'm like, look how dumb these people are. Watch this. I'm showing her the video like we watched it. And she's like, right. Another feather in your... Sap? I'm like, babe, what? Babe, no. Another feather in your... She guessed about as many times as Laura. And I'm like, it's cap. It's cap.
It's cap.
How have you not ever heard that phrase?
Is that not a phrase that anybody says anymore?
No.
Maybe that's it.
I don't know. I've never said it out loud, really.
Yeah, but you know what it is.
What does it even mean?
I don't know.
It's like another award, like another feather in your cap. Like it's
another fucking
honor.
Yeah. Right.
Is that what it means?
You can find the podcast. You can find the podcast.
We're making fun of her. We don't even know what the hell it means.
But I know what it is.
I know what it is.
Another feather in your hat. Stop.
Another feather in your dad. It's got to be dad.
Yeah, another feather. No. Dad. Is it dad? My dad has feathers. We can find the podcast where you download podcasts. You can watch the podcast on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch. You can log on to thisisweirdpod.com. Did I miss anything? Find us on socials.
You got it all. Yeah.
Find us on
the weird
socials.
stories. Keep it going with the weird stories that you send us. We love it. We appreciate you hanging out, being part of the Weird family. Thank you so much.
If you like the show, tell people, by the way, you like